of today's episode, and that is ranking your rankings of the quarterbacks here into the AFC West. And Marcus, I want to start with you. Who are your quarterbacks from 1 to 4 in the AFC West?
So the real battle for me on this one is, it depends more contextually what you're if you're trying to build your team out, right? So 1, Mahomes, easily. I don't think there's going to be much argument there. If there is any argument there, Mahomes is 6-0 at LA, 6-1 at Denver, and 12-0 at the Raiders or Vegas or Oakland. So I mean, that's only one loss he plays at these opposing teams. So, and 35-5 overall in the AFC West. So I don't think there's any argument there. Number 2, Justin Herbert. I know we were dogging his playoff success or lack of, but arm talent. If I didn't have Patrick Mahomes, who would I want as my quarterback? I want Justin Herbert. That's pretty much, that's it.
Thank you.
That 3 and 4 is, I got you, buddy. 3 and 4 is where things get interesting here, right? So we only know there's 1 year of sample size of Bo Nix. If I was starting a team today, I'd want Bo Nix. Now, if I'm a team that's trying to win something or trying to get the best out of my team and get some wins, I want Geno Smith as my quarterback. If two different things, right? Starting a franchise, I want the young buck. I want the young gun. I want the young gunslinger. But if I'm trying to win, I got to go Geno Smith. So depending on what your list is, but overall, I would say, Geno is a little old in the tooth there. I would say Bo Nix is my number 3, Geno Smith number 4, but it just depends. If I was trying to win, I'd probably go Geno Smith. But if I was, starting a franchise, I'd want Bo Nix. So I'll go Bo Nix at 3 and Geno Smith at 4, but very close to that 3 and 4 spot. You guys are so close. Raiders and Broncos.
Oh, all right, Marcus. Pretty good list. It goes in order. It goes Mahomes, and it goes Herbert, and it goes right down the list. All right, James, let's go on over to you. What are your rankings? Are they similar to Marcus's?
Pretty similar. I mean, obviously, Patrick Mahomes, you know what he's done. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory there, what he's been able to do. I mean, he's been in the system for so long now, 9 years, almost 10 years, I think, close to that with Andy Reid. He's done plenty in his career to know that he's one of the greatest of all time, at least at this moment in the NFL. And phenomenal way to start out his career, obviously, for first 10 years of his career, dang near. Number 2, hey, it's not just because I'm a Charger fan, but Justin Herbert. I mean, the guy is an absolute stud, to Marcus's point. Great arm strength. He has the ability to scramble. He has the ability to make the throws when necessary. He can do it even with less talent at wide receiver too. Go back to his 2020 year. There was a couple wide receivers on that team that were Guyton to, whatnot. We were able to bomb the ball 70 yards down the field with guys that are not even on teams anymore with this guy. Obviously, it was his rookie season. He had a whole phenomenal season that year and won Rookie of the Year. But interesting thing enough, in one of our last broadcasts for the Chargers, they talked about his first 5 seasons passing all time. 1,945 completions, first in the league. 21,093 yards, first in the league. 137 touchdowns, 6th in the league. That's pretty phenomenal for a guy that basically got thrusted in there shortly after, the quarterback during the Chiefs actually got a jab on the side into his lung and ended up having to just come into that game and played extremely well and took that job for that point on. Now, to Marcus's point, the 3 and the 4 position is a weird one, man. You just kind of don't know. And to Marcus's point, I'm going to point it out too. Same thing. Bo Nix, we only had really 1 season with him so far, and we don't really know 100% of who he is. Because if you look at the tail of the first half of his first season in the NFL, it wasn't the best. It was a lot of figuring things out. He didn't beat a lot of the good teams throughout the entire year too, on top of that. And second half looked good. He got him to the playoffs. There was a lot of slow momentum starting that season, but once he finally got his legs, he started looking good. Now, Geno Smith, I think his career got revitalized when he got punched in the jaw with the Jets, and he got sat out for a while. He was able to sit behind good quarterbacks, figure out the game a little bit better. And then he's had a really good career with the Seahawks, and maybe as Pete Carroll just revitalized his career at this point. But I'm going to put, with all that being said, Geno Smith 3, Bo Nix 4.
Okay. Whoa. Bo Nix 4. All right. Drop the mic, James. Drop the mic. You did switch it up a little bit from Marcus. And boy, oh boy, do we see Ryan trying to hold back a little bit. He did as best as he possibly could to not click off of the show. So Ryan, we're going to give you the floor. Who are your top quarterbacks in the AFC West?
So obviously Mahomes 1. And then I actually think 2 and 3 between Herbert and Bo is closer than 3 and 4. Geno's been in the league for so long, and he's shown us what he can do. He can win you games, but he's not going to get you really to the playoffs. He's not going to get you that much success. He'll help give your team a good launching pad for the season, get you guys some wins, which is what he basically did with the Seahawks. He kept them afloat for a couple of years, and then they're like, hey, we're done. We need to bring someone else to elevate this team because you just can't get it done. And then he's basically in that spot again with the Raiders. Hey, this team is a mess. We need someone that can just give us some consistency. We're probably gonna get a quarterback in a few years. We're just looking for a guy that's gonna get us some wins, that knows how to play the position well, not really make too many mistakes and do all of that. So, but Bo, he's only had 1 year. That is the truth. So, but what it comes down to, I believe, in the NFL, it's like Herbert, he's had great stats. He's had great seasons, but what has he won? Mahomes, he didn't have a great season last year. I think Bo had more touchdowns than him. Yet, Mahomes is in Super Bowl. You want to know why? Because he knows how to win. So if I'm, for my team, picking a guy that knows how to win, maybe you're not having a good game, but can you still, make the check down, make the right decisions? I'm going to take Bo.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at this as going into this season. If it was starting a dynasty, I think it'd be a whole different thing. But of course, Patrick Mahomes, number one. I'm not gonna talk about him too much because we already know. But from there is where I guess I'm not trying to be biased, but I put Geno in there only for the mere fact that
he's
at 2 because he's getting paired up with Pete Carroll yet again. We've got the weapons here for him to go out there. As long as we keep him upright, I feel like, he can do some things out there. I know we didn't see too much, but I'll put him at 2. Call me biased if you want. I'll take it. But I think after that, then that's where the conversation starts out. I agree with Ryan on some things with Justin Herbert because I feel like Justin Herbert coming into the league, he really looked like the next guy. And then as the years continue to go on, he kind of reminded me so much of Derek Carr. He looks good. He has some great games, some comeback wins, has all the stats, does everything. But when it matters most, he doesn't come through. Now, we'll see if that happens this year, but it's yet to be seen. So that's where I put Justin Herbert at number 3, only because he has more years on Bo Nix. And Bo Nix is actually a guy that was really high coming into the league. And everybody thought he was going to be shitty. But I give him last year. It was only 1 year. We'll see how he does this year. But I just have to put Bo Nix there at number 4 just for now.